Today's topic I'm going to be covering is empaths and digestive issues. So those of us who are more sensitive, those of us who feel more within our bodies, I would always used to think this was like a curse. I'd forever hate how sensitive I was. Sometimes I would try and numb out from it and try and be more, should I say, colder or harder to the world. And in the long run, that just left me with more emotional pain. I didn't really truly know my sensitivity was a gift until later in life. And it's helped me a lot on my journey to realize that actually being sensitive, if you can utilize that energy in the right way, it's your gift and it can really help you in life. Now, one of the areas a lot of people often have problems in their life is their stomachs. Okay, now our stomach pains, stomach cramps, bloating, wind, digestive troubles, problems with certain foods we're eating, which yes, of course, there are other explanations for that. We know a lot of the food that we eat today could be, for a lot of people, maybe processed or filled with like chemicals or pesticides or all kind of toxins that are not good for the body. Even when we're eating fresh fruit and vegetables, again, they can be sprayed and covered in all types of chemicals that are not good for our natural bodies. And that can cause us to react as well. If we look back, 10, 20, even 30 years ago, it would be a lot rarer to hear of people with allergies. Say if you were in a school class, you might have had like one within, a year group or the school that had a nut allergy or something. That's about as much as you probably hear. These days, it's everywhere. Gluten-free this, dairy-free this, all these skin conditions. And really what that is showing us is that the world, the environment around us is becoming much harsher, chemically harsher. It's harsher on us and the human body therefore reacts. Now, I also love my numerology, and for a lot of people, if you are, let's say, a life path 3 or a life path 33, for instance, you're going to have a lot of focus on your solar plexus area, which is your third chakra, which is to do with like your personal power, your personal energy, your ego, your creativity, your inner child energy, your personal power. And that governs that area. Now, for instance, those of you that may have that master number 33 within your chart or your life path, you may feel more in this area, your stomach area, okay, that digestive, things there. You're also going to be highly sensitive within your energy field and to pick up on others' energies. Same with life path 3s, they can be very sensitive and feel things as if that is their pain as well. And those who are empaths and feel other people's pain, and that is often we think it's us, but if we struggle to deal with emotions, whether that be our own or others around us or the world, that energy will accumulate within our stomach and it can cause us so much pain and distress. The stomach's also related to your gut feeling and things, your gut intuition. What is that telling you? If you walk in a room and you suddenly get belly pain, or someone else just walks in your room and you suddenly get belly pain, you can be feeling that person's energy. So empaths feel energy with their solar plexus, and your digestive issues can be related to that energy around you. So it's really important to practice energy protection, protecting your aura, protecting your energy, and not allowing other people's energies in. And if you do feel like you're taking on something that isn't yours or someone else's energy, it's about cleansing that down and letting that energy go and not claiming it as your own. That's why it's very hard to share personal space with people or to be in busy environments, because you may be taking in all that energy around you. Another top tip is if you're ever dealing with anyone and you can feel your stomach going, or you feel this person is drawing from your energy, or you feel uncomfortable, or you don't like their energy or the energy they're giving off, is to simply place your hand on that upper part of your stomach near your solar plexus and just gently place your hand or 2 hands over it. And that is actually then protecting your solar plexus energy there. And it's body language, but it's also symbolic that they can't take from that energy. They probably wouldn't even be aware if that's what or why you're doing it. But sometimes if you see people doing that, they might not even consciously be aware that's why they're doing it. But then you pull, you keep your hands there and you reclaim your power to that part of your body. And also look at ways that you can healthily release emotions and stagnant energy that's built up in the body. So exercise is actually great for that. Even just running, stamping your feet on the earth can really help, discharge some of that negative energy. Journaling's helped me loads, and when I don't do it, I literally feel myself sometimes bloating and swelling up, because it's like I hold in so many emotions, thoughts and feelings, and then probably take in others, that sometimes you can get to that point where you feel like you're literally about to explode. Whereas when I was journaling more, it's easier to look at some of the patterns and some of those emotions that come up and recognize them. And also some of it as well is a knowing of, okay, I've got this energy, I've got these feelings within me. And sometimes what happens is you have that, it's like the fire area, isn't it? That solar plexus, it's like the fire, it lights you up. But then if you're lit up, but then you don't do anything with that energy or constructively, or you don't put that energy out into the world, it can then literally backfire into you, and then you become things like the bloated, the swelling, the gas. A lot of people have like IBS, stomach conditions, because often their personal power isn't being used in the right way, or like myself, they may lack confidence to do that. Confidence comes into the ego and the self-esteem, which are also governed by the solar plexus area. And those of us, these life path 33/6s, like we have that double energy there. I always say it's that double energy. So used in the right way, gosh, it could be powerful, really powerful. And sometimes I think that's what scares a lot of us, is claiming who we truly are. And then we shut ourselves down, and it works differently for everybody. But shutting ourselves down then is like you're repressing that personal power. And then you're left with this like power within you where you feel like you should be moving or doing something different or moving forward, but then you're not. And then that's where I believe sometimes that bloating and swelling, rises up, and we feel that discomfort and that pain. And sometimes you may have it, you're just engaging with someone and suddenly you feel uncomfortable speaking to them, or your stomach. There's a difference between if you meet someone and say you're dating them and you suddenly get like butterflies and you feel excited. That's learning to trust. That's a good feeling. If it then borders on, your stomach starts churning and it's more of a pain or an uncomfortable feeling, and that's your anxiety, then that's a feeling not to trust. It's using your body as a tool and a gift in learning. What pain is confirmation of something not feeling right and not being good for you or not the right choice? And what twinges or sensations in the body do you feel that are confirmation something is right? So if you sat there, take a few deep breaths, be still and ask yourself, right, do I go here for the day, or do I do this for the day? And listen to your body and listen to how you feel. If you feel that sudden urge of yes, or if you feel that urge of, oh, no, maybe not today. Or, it's about listening to your body and feeling in your body, using that sensitivity to help guide you forward in a positive way. Another stomach condition to be careful with as well is things like colitis, which also have the same vibration as 33/6. So being really careful with that, because that condition is to do with perfectionist tendencies, high expectation for yourself and others, and those underlying feelings of inadequacy, which all tie back to the solar plexus area. And those people can often take on too much responsibility, and then that directly impacts their digestive system. And it's also, that imbalance in your third chakra, the area of self-empowerment. And that 33 is that strong energy, because people that can suffer with the colitis are often the doers and make themselves indispensable so that no one can make do without them. That is one of the downfalls of that 33/6. You're always trying to help and do for others, even sometimes at the expense of yourself. And if you don't want to do something in their hearts, they will still try and do it out of the need to be needed, or because they don't want to see others suffer. So, that strong desire to help and nurture. And that's a big life lessons for those, if you are suffering with that colitis, is to make themselves their first priority. Heal yourself and then help and heal others. It's interesting how these things will all tie in, but the stomach area especially, and those that are prone to solar plexus issues, you can look at certain celebrities, even that some of them that carry that 33/6 life path, one being Teresa from Jersey Housewives of New Jersey. She's got that 33-6 energy, and she's often has a lot of anger built up and repressed sometimes. And again, I think not too long ago, within the last year or so, she suffered, I think it was her appendicitis. And again, that's related to the stomach issues, probably from repressed anger and stress, and finding, maybe not having a way to channel some of that energy out. So it's very interesting when you start studying the numbers and how they then tie into people and problems within their energy fields. So if you are feeling issues within your stomach and your digestive area, take this as a message to really tune into your emotions and your feelings, and looking at healthy ways to channel those and express those out so you are not internalizing and repressing them, because whatever becomes repressed and you take on into your energy field will then have to find a physical way back out, which is why then we suffer the physical ailments. Numerology can help you understand some of these things, learning about the chakras, the energy portals within the body, eating as fresh and organically as possible, looking at certain foods that may trigger you as well. There is that side of it, of course, to look into, but obviously managing emotions as well and your thoughts and feelings is going to be most helpful to you. Having the knowledge and awareness of that, and looking at energy protection for yourself, your environment, and being really careful of what energy you allow into your energy field, because that is, again, energy is your most precious currency in life. It's not about money, status, or power. It's your energy, because that's something money can't buy.